First, it's detrimental to domestic consumers. So merger control is a consumer welfare standard, and that means the ban on merger only if it's detrimental for the consumers in Europe. And as Pierre said, efficiency is a part of that analysis. Potential entry is a part of that. So when you see at the number of bans of mergers in Europe, there are very few, approximately one a year. So it's not that many bans we have. So there are many voices saying that we need more, not less competition in Europe. There's a statement from a lot of competition economists last summer and from competition lawyers last summer. And the Nordic Director Generals for Competition also had a statement saying that we need more competition rather than less competition, and we need a strict merger control. And the other point, which goes direct into the question about we think about the nation, I think relaxing merger control because of so-called national champions, that's detrimental to domestic welfare, especially in open economies. And the reason is, if we relax merger control, that means that we allow for a merger that probably is price increasing because we want to stop them at the outset. And that means to allow a domestic merger, higher prices. Foreign firms are some kind of free riders in this domestic market on the merger. So consumers are ripped off, and part of the loss is then in a way transferred to foreign firms. So if you try to think about domestic welfare, national welfare, it's not so clear that national champions is something you should go for. And the third, and maybe most important argument, it's I think national champions and relaxing merger control, that's detrimental to domestic firms in the long run. And that comes back to what Jonathan talks about. Competing in domestic market leads to competitiveness in the international market. So competitive domestic markets is a stimulus to innovation, and you learn to compete at home, and then you go abroad. And I also plan to refer to this study by Michael Porter from the 80s, and you also referred to some other studies, Jonathan. I would like to mention one example from Norway. We have farmed salmon in Norway, which expanded a lot during the 80s and the 90s. We had a regulation in Norway at that time, which was the opposite of national champions in a way, because it was impossible to have a national firm. You have to have a local connection. That means you have a lot of local firms, so many firms in the industry, and they, in a way, did a lot. Many of them, many small firms, and very innovative the first decades. So they had enormous growth, despite the ban on creating a national champion. So if you look at the small country perspective, it's very important that small countries can have a competitive landscape at the domestic market, and then you can learn them to compete in domestic market, and then they can go on the stage, the international stage afterwards. So if you allow for large European champions, that can be harmful for small countries, because if you are large European champions, it could be large also in a small domestic market, which is very harmful.